Hey guys, I want to talk to you about something that's been kind of weighing heavy on my heart, and I thought I'd make a quick video about it. And that's judgment. Judgment of others. Sometimes we're far too quick to judge others for things that are going on. And, you know, we've all heard the phrase, judgeth not lest you be judged. But sometimes I don't think we take that phrase to heart. And it's kind of weird because most of us, at least, have been through hard times. And so we kind of know what it's like. But as long as we're not the one going through the hard times, we have this habit of just being really judgmental. And we have to be very careful not to show condemnation and not to show criticism towards these people, because when we do that, we're really putting people further away from our ultimate goal, which is to bring more people into the kingdom of Christ. So when we show them condemnation, we show them criticism, we're just pushing them further away. We're never going to get people further in when we do that kind of a thing. And I don't know why we're so quick to judge. You know, sometimes I think that because we've gone through a struggle, because we've gone through our time, and now we're through it, we're over, we're up here on this pedestal, that, you know, we can look down on people. And sometimes the best thing we can really do is reach down, kind of give them a hand and pick them up and help them a little bit. You know, we don't really know the sort of struggles that people are going through. Sometimes you can't tell the type of storm that's waging within someone, the type of battle that's being fought inside of them. You can't tell that from an outsider's perspective. And so it's imperative of us to show understanding and to show empathy for these people when we see them going through something, because we might be the one person who's been through something and we might be able to help them out with our own experience. My friend was telling me a story. This happened a while back, but he was driving down the road and this car in front of him was being real erratic, driving, slowing down, speeding up, swerving between the lines, acting crazy. So he pulls over, following the car. He's mad. He's road raging. The car pulls into a parking lot. He pulls over behind him. He gets out and he runs up the window and he's going to like yell and shout and act angry. And the window comes down and it's this little old lady, maybe in her 70s, and she's crying. And he's like, what's wrong? You know, all of a sudden it's calm. What's wrong? This woman had just lost her husband and she was on her way back from the funeral, and she'd gotten lost. She was confused, and she was distraught. And now he's really upset with everything because, one, he's upset for what she's going through, but two, he's upset with himself for the way that he reacted. You know, he didn't know what was going up there. And standing outside, looking in through tinted windows, you couldn't see what was going on. But once the windows came down, you know, it was a whole different thing. We used to have this gentleman that would come into a restaurant that I worked at, very grumpy old man, very grumpy, mean all the time. And I tried every way that I could to get through to this man. I tried being nice to him. I tried being mean to him because some people respect that. I even tried giving him free food. Nothing worked. I could not get through to this guy. He was just angry and mean all the time. And he sat at the same table every single day that he would come in. So one day we had this younger girl that worked there, and I sent her over and I said, you know, just sit down at this guy's table. Just sit down and ask him how his day is going. And I come back like 20 minutes later and she's just sitting at the table talking. And that was the first time that anything like that had ever happened. Long story short, she comes back and tells me that about 2 years ago, this man had lost his wife of 40-something years. And the table that he was sitting at, that's the table that they would come and have their dates on. And so this man was not old and grumpy. He was going through mourning. He missed his wife. Sometimes we have to look at other people and we have to understand that they're going through things that we may not be able to see and that we may not be able to understand at the time. And sometimes we have to show them empathy and not criticism and not condemnation. Because if we want to help them, if we want to help people get through those sort of things, we can't sit up here on this pedestal and look down on them and show them criticism. It's never going to help. We might be the one person who's gone through something, who's gone through the same thing they're going through, and we might be the one person who can help them out. But if we don't, if we continue to do things the way we're doing it, we're only going to push people further away. So I'm going to kind of leave it on that note, but just remember, be good to people. Show understanding and show empathy. You never know what somebody's going through, man. You never know what kind of struggle they're going through in life, and you never know how one little kind word from you might really, really help. You guys have a good night.